Hey, welcome to this week's e-newsletter for Lifeway Community Church. On Sunday, we wrapped up our series on the fact that we're better off without Jesus. What did Jesus mean by that? Well, we looked at Pentecost because it was Pentecost Sunday last week. And it's a time we celebrate, we remember when the Holy Spirit came, and there are all these Jews in Jerusalem from all over the world. They all spoke different languages, but the Holy Spirit came. It's symbolized by these little flames above the disciples' heads, and they went out and they talked to people. They all gave them the same sermon, but in their native tongues, and it was an amazing thing. Everyone said, whoa, wow, how? And 3,000 people came to Christ. It was an amazing experience. And so Pentecost, we celebrate it as a church globally each year because we remember the amazing event in it, because that's really the formation of the church. And we celebrated our church membership, and we reaffirmed our church covenant and all that. But it's a time that Jesus forecasted, saying, you'll be better off without me because this time will come. And see, the important thing is when we talk about those little dancing flames, the idea there, it's symbolic. Because in the Old Testament, the flame was constantly the symbol of the presence of God, whether it was out in the out in the wilderness with Moses in that burning bush, or while they're on the Exodus and there's that tower of flame that led them through the night out in the wilderness for 40 years, or that time in the tabernacle when the flame of God came to rest and let them know that God was there in the tabernacle in their midst. It was always about the presence of God. And so what we're seeing in Pentecost is that the Holy Spirit is coming to dwell on us, the Christians, as these little tiny temples, not just one temple, but many little temples all over the world to be the presence of God. So on Sunday, really, we told the tale of two different temples, actually, the tiny temples of Pentecost, but also the Tower of Babel. It's the alternative to Pentecost, actually. When you look at it, it's the alternative to Pentecost. And actually, the Tower of Babel it's a ziggurat built into a temple complex. And the whole point of these people way back then building this ziggurat, this tower up to the heavens, was to invite God to come down. They're trying to reestablish God's presence, but they're doing it for the sole purpose of basically making themselves famous, to make their lives better so they could get stuff from God. They wanted better economy and more money and fame and fortune. It was all about them. It was all about them. And really, we have an option. We can be one of two temples. We can be a temple that's all about us, trying to make ourselves famous, to get what we can from God, so that we can have a great life and be all about me, or we can be a temple where people go and they experience God. You have a choice to make. As a Christian, you're either going to be a temple that's all about you, or a temple that's all about God. And people can come to know God and see God through you. Those are the options we have. That's really, when Jesus says that the world's going to be a better off place without him, that's the option that you have. You can choose if you're going to make it all about you or all about God. What you're going to choose? That's the question of the church for each Christian. Now this Sunday, we've wrapped up that series, so I'm going to do a special sermon that I'm going to call an old wives' tale. And it's actually, we're going to draw from the oldest book of the Bible. Now, it's not Genesis. I know you thought it was Genesis. It's not Genesis. What is it? You're going to have to find out this Sunday. What's the oldest book of the Bible? Find out this week, this Sunday morning at 11 o'clock worship. 10 a.m., we're doing a special study with the adults about Final Destination stuff. And no, it's not heaven. It's going to be a weird Sunday because everything you thought it might not be true. Who knows? We're going to find out together. This is the last Sunday that the kids are doing and the youth are doing their Believe curriculum this section. We're going to take a break for summer. And so in 2 weeks, it's going to be Father's Day, a whole new sermon series, and a whole new series of life groups. So this is the week to wrap everything up. This is the time to get ready for what's coming this summer. So this is a big time right now. So get involved, be a part of it one way or the other. This Sunday, 10 a.m. life groups, 11 a.m. worship. Be ready for it. Until I see you next, God bless.